Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I'm at Chinchilla Magistrates Court. Client was charged with repeat drug driving. There's two types of drug driving. The more serious is what's called drive under the influence of a drug, meaning you're high on drugs. The lesser charge is what's called drive whilst relevant drug present, which simply means you've had it at some point. It's worn off and you're no longer under the influence or high, but it's still present in your system. So traces of methamphetamine have been found in my client's system. As I said, it was repeat drug driving. He had a previous within the last 5 years, so that does impact the maximum and minimum penalties. Worst case scenario, when you've got a previous relevant drug present or low or mid-range drink driving in your system in the last 5 years, is 18 months. Absolute best case is 3 months. So worst case today was, as I said, 18 months. Absolute best case was 3 months, and obviously my job was one of getting it down to or as close as to the minimum 3 months as possible. With regard to him as a person, he was a truck driver, so it almost goes without saying that he needs his licence to earn a living, and he lives at, he actually lives at Roma, but the incident occurred at Chinchilla, so the matter was finalised here. I gave him the option of moving it to Roma, but it was just easier and simpler for everyone to finalising it. It was easier and simpler for everyone to finalise it here. But as I said, if persons get charged at a certain location, for example Chinchilla, and they live elsewhere, for example Roma, it's not a big issue for me to request that the court transfer it to the jurisdiction within which they live, provided it's going to be a plea of guilty. If you're planning on fighting a charge, they will not transfer it. It must be heard in the jurisdiction in which it occurred. But as I said, this was going to be a plea of guilty, and my job was one of getting the disqualification down as low as possible, as opposed to defending the matter. And at the end of the day, if you're found with drugs or alcohol in your system and you're in control of a vehicle, there is no defence unless it's a case of mistaken identity. There's no way you're going to be able to plead not guilty to the matter. In any event, I asked my client to complete a reformatory course, outlining what can happen when you caught repeat drug driving. Asked him to get some character references based on a template that we provide all of our clients. I met the client at court this morning, ran through the procedure, what I'm going to say, what the magistrate's likely to say, what the prosecutor's likely to say, where he stands, where I stand. It's quite daunting for a client to go to court, even if they've been to court previously. So I like to try and, take them through the whole procedure before it happens. At the end of the day, when a client engages me to act for them, they really don't have to do or say anything. I do all the talking. All they're going to do is just physically be there in person. But that said, running through it all in advance does put their mind at ease. I spoke, as I said, to the magistrate about what my client does, his family situation. So he's a truck driver, sole provider to his family, 3 children, etc. Spoke about the clear difficulties that they're going to suffer while that income ceases. So the quicker he can get back on the road, the quicker he can start going back to being a contributing member of society. Look, the short version is I was successful in persuading the magistrate not to go past the minimum 3 months. So he received the mandatory minimum 3-month disqualification. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to ride that out, but it was physically impossible to get any less than that. Worst case, 18 months. So 3 months, A, it's the best case outcome, and B, it's a hell of a lot better than 18 months or even halfway. So minimum 3 months, modest fine, which my client can pay off in instalments. Client's very happy. I'm Andrew Wiseman. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle imprisonment, or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the wise thing.